Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Will. We are the Knight.
So I have a plan for analyzing your new ability.
I don't need
What was
them analyzed.
I think the next
Talia
thing that we
dumped me
need
in a
to
Lazarus
do
pit. I got powers. That's it.
was,
I don't have any
yeah,
first-hand
go and do
observations
that.
of Talia
But we're
or
actually gonna go and do the
different
race
abilities like
first.
you could provide missing data.
The only
And I don't think I've ever actually
chasing
mentioned
down
this.
criminals every
Like, we've
night.
talked about it a little
End
bit,
of
like
story.
Red Hood and the Outlaws and stuff on here. But, you know, giving the Lazarus Pit, like, kind of a vaguely magical thing going on with it in this game actually could have been something cool they could have done in the comics, where it's like, oh, the magic pit is vaguely magical. The Lazarus pit is vaguely the magic pit is vaguely magical. The Lazarus pit is vaguely magical. And so when Jason gets brought back, that's why he gets like those magic daggers or whatever. Like that would have been cool if they like tied those things together in the comics. But I don't think they've ever said in the comics that it is a magical pit. I think it's supposed to be just more like, you know, it's this rare material kind of thing. I'm not sure. I haven't like read all of the League of Assassins style like stories, so I don't know. Maybe they do refer to it as magic at one point. That'd be cool if they tied in, because I don't recall them ever mentioning the reason why he has those daggers is because that, I think maybe they might mention it because he came back from the dead, but not specifically because it was from the Lazarus pit.
Gonna take you down for this.
Nice. Every time. Awesome. Ha.
No.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they just popped off and released the Boys Season 4 trailer, which super lucky for me because I literally just finished watching Season 3. No!
Damn it. Got to do better than that.
I procrastinated watching it for like forever until just this past week. Hey, what's up, Ash? Ooh. Wait, hold on. Batarang? Batarang. What you been up to,
There we go.
buddy? These are definitely the most challenging ones.
This
Oh my god. That we've done so far. I do believe doing that is actually a lot
Nice and
faster. Whoa. Doing our correctly. Whoa.
just like that.
The faster I can spam out the grappling, faster. Boom! Oh my god! All right, we are doing way better this round.
On a roll.
So much better. Feels like it.
Oh yeah.
Oh god. Are you kidding me? Bro!
I got this.
Oh my god.
Damn, that feels good.
This game is killing me with his fucking jumps. Like, the lag. It just feels so bad in terms of like being able to actually control it, bro. Oh man. Ah. And well, we got new color combo for that. We still have this mode race. Oh, look at that. Okay, see? So the rewards, it doesn't even give us a paint job. that motorcycle race. I've been trying to find a new show. I'm split on watching the newest season of Invincible, because last time it took forever for it to come out, and it's just like, maybe I'll wait for a few more seasons or until the series done to finish watching it. Even though that's probably gonna be a long time.
Hey, Belfry, I'm at the Orchard Hotel.
The balcony door should be open. That's your entry point.
A penthouse with a balcony? You spoil me, Belfry.
Hands off the minibar. Our days of unlimited budgets are behind us.
Although the new season of My Hero just kicked off.
Belfry, I'm in. The court sure found themselves a swanky hangout.
Good. The party's already started. Find a good spot to eavesdrop on the ballroom, somewhere no one can see you. No one can know you're there.
How's that going? They've been actively updating that all these years. Like, I remember a while ago hearing something about an update, but that was like years ago.
The party's already started in the ballroom. Good thing I remembered my mask.
Well,
Belfry, I got me.
I fuck around and I found out. God damn it.
Belfry, I'm in. The court sure found themselves a swanky hangout.
Good. The party's already started. Find a good spot to eavesdrop on the ballroom, somewhere no one can see you. No one can know you're there.
Why is this hotel always under renovations? I paid for 5-star service, not to smell plaster all day.
We're making some improvements, ma'am. I'll let the hotel manager know that I see that.
You'd better.
Noise.
I'm telling you, if we can privatize healthcare in Gotham, we'll be richer than we ever imagined.
I got super lucky I got kind of super lucky yesterday. I did a pull, and I was trying to get one of the minor characters, one of the 4-star characters, because it was the healer, and I had like the perfect pull for the secondary characters, where I got all 3 of the secondary characters in one pull. My first, my middle, and my last character I pulled.
Guess they saw me, huh?
And it's like, nice.
This must be the entrance.
Oh my god. Why did you get stuck on that, bro? Ah.
This must be the entrance.
So I bought Psychonauts 1 like a long time ago, and I just saw Psychonauts 2 is apparently on sale.
just
in the
leave them
PlayStation
be.
Store, like a lot of games are.
We'll impress the voice tonight, I'm
So
sure.
I was thinking about picking that up, and then maybe we'll do a playthrough of Psychonauts 1 and 2. Which is a good change of pace, because we haven't played that style of game really much on this
Belfry,
channel.
I knocked out the cameras and the guards' comms.
Good job. The guards outside the control room were planted there by the courts, so you can punch with impunity.
We need to find this coward.
Could be got choked out. So many games, so little time, guys.
A trespasser! Show him no.
I was thinking about getting the PlayStation Premium thing. It gives you access to a bunch of games. Although I don't know. Like, there's so many games in that catalog. It feels like unless I am like maybe doing 2 streams a day, it might not be worth it. Because they got like every single Ratchet and Clank game, which I wanted to do try to do a playthrough of all of it. They have the Batman Origins. They have Ico. I think they even have Demon Souls, which that would be an entire thing on its own.
And that's how I get in. Belfry, I'm entering the ballroom.
Well done.
Time to see how many of
Yeah,
these
it's
weird
crazy.
snobs are court
Like, I
members.
just renewed
Record as much as possible.
my
We need as much data as we can
PlayStation
get.
Plus just like 2 months ago, and it said it was $125 to get premium. And then I just waited 2 months, and now it's down to like $75. I'm like, what? I think it might have been glitched out or something, like, because I bought it and it immediately put me in that menu. And it's like, that doesn't seem right. That seems really, really high.
I thought I told you that formal wear was required this evening. This is formal wear. Did you hear about Langstrom's assistant?
He deserved to be let go. Just like Kirk, people forget their place.
The voice remembers.
Yeah, those match. But where the hell is the voice?
Is this all they could muster for the great Bruce Wayne? It's embarrassing. When I go, it'll be a spectacle. Fireworks, dancers, ice sculptures, the works.
Oh, really? Nice. So, like, if I was to get it, I'd feel like I have to play pretty much just the free games part of premium to make it worth it. Because there's so many of those games, I'd want to plow through as many of them as possible within the next, like, year. Even though I already have, like, a backlog of other games that I own that I've been meaning to play. Looks like shit.
Did you sign the guest book? How could I not? I've got people to impress. Did you see some of the names in there? I did. Senators, judges, CEOs, even the mayor's here.
Look at this. Even in death, Wayne tries to outdo us. Let him have his final hurrah. After tonight, it won't be a problem. You're right. His death ought to be a celebration.
That's
What do you
true.
think this is?
Got a few matches. Won't have to listen to these assholes for much longer.
That's true, but the catalog's pretty big. It spans all the way from PlayStation 2 to now. Plus, they have, like, pretty new games on there. Like, Spider-Man 2 and Suicide Squad is in there already. And it's like, shit. Like, at best, those will go on sale for $40. Wait. I believe I still have like 300 something days left. Like, I just renewed my PSN pretty frequently. It's either high 200s, like over 250 days, or around 300. And that's only $75. And that's for the rest. That's probably, yeah, 10 to 11 months.
Hard to believe Bruce Wayne is gone.
But if Xbox is $10 a month, then for 10 or 11 months, that'd be 110. So actually, PSN would probably be pretty cheap compared to that.
Business is good. Great, even. Who would have thought this would give the rest of us such a kick in the pants?
Sorry to interrupt, but it's time.
Of course. We'll have to continue this later.
Gotcha.
I'll need to check how many days I have, but I'm pretty sure I have like over 250 days left. No. It was under $100 for me. You already have to have PlayStation Plus purchased, though.
Pillars of Gotham,
I think that's the thing.
may I please have your attention? It is my absolute pleasure to present our host for the evening.
Seriously? If that's the voice, he's not even trying to hide it.
Thank you all for the warm welcome. But tonight is not about me. We are here to remember one of Gotham's greatest sons, Bruce Wayne. Now, you all knew the Playboy. I knew his charity. A brash defender of Gotham's best. Though he's gone now, Bruce's contributions to this city will be felt for decades to come. This is for you, Bruce. The last of our precious Wayne family. You've helped us in ways you never realized. And may we, the surviving families of Gotham, strive to live up to your inimitable legacy.
Yeah, because the way I look at it, PlayStation Plus is like by default, like you have to buy it for like a lot of games and stuff.
Shit, that's really him. It's a match for the voice
So
of the court.
PlayStation Premium basically just adds the extra layer on top of that. So they basically take out however much money you spent on the base PlayStation Plus out of what PlayStation Premium or Prime or whatever the fuck it's called. So it's like how many ever days you have left on your PlayStation Plus is how many days you'll have of PlayStation Prime. That's how it works for me. So if I only had like 50 days left, it would only be like $15 or something, like $20. I'd have access to all the games. It's only when you don't have any kind of PlayStation Plus or anything, when it's like super expensive.
Sir, the labs are requesting more Dionysium to meet their production deadline.
I'm aware. Arrangements are being made. Let them know that I expect the quota to be met. No excuses.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, that's one thing that I hate, is how they're locking the retro games behind that. Like, there's a lot of retro games, like Ico, for example, which I really wish Blue Point would do a remake of. So bad. You cannot buy that in PlayStation Store. Like, there's certain games you just cannot buy. Like, Arkham Origins you can't buy. You have to get Prime or Premium or whatever to be able to play it. You can't just outright buy it in the store, which is like stupid. It's like you have the content, otherwise you wouldn't have been able to play it. So that's definitely one thing that I think is super lame. Because if anything, it should be like, oh, you want to get it because of the savings, not because you literally cannot buy the game.
arrangements made?
If it pleases the court.
Does not.
Excellent. I'll see you downstairs.
Oh, dude, I didn't even check our armor at the beginning. Let's see if there was anything we could have swapped. I think we did.
What the hell? The prick got in a secret elevator, then dropped off the radar.
Same here. I lost track of him between floors.
Red Hood, we just found a hidden 13th floor in the hotel blueprints. Maybe that's
Not
where
gonna
the voice
happen.
went.
I don't even know how to play this.
Dude, no way. I was just looking into those games. The first one is on sale for like 18 bucks right now. I was gonna buy it, and I looked at the other ones to see how much they were selling for, and like, yeah, 2 through 4 are all in the shop. I have not played any, Iskaya? I think, is that how you pronounce it? I have not played any of those games, but I've always seen them around, and I actually watched the anime of it, like, a long time ago, back in the aughts. And I was thinking about trying to do a playthrough of
Next
that.
up, 13th floor. Rich weirdo VIP.
Dude, it's crazy. Disgaea 6 and 7 just came out, like, very recently. Like, 7 just came out, like, within the last year. And I'm like, what? I didn't even know they released 6. Like, guys, you need to pick up on your advertising. Holy shit.
Belfry, I'm on the 13th, and I found one of those Court of Owls doors.
Understood. Tread carefully.
Dude, Sly Cooper, I will never get over them announcing the Sly Cooper movie, but then it just disappearing and never coming out. Like, not a lot of people remember that, but at one of the games conferences, they announced Sly Cooper the movie with a trailer, and then it just never came out. And they never rebooted it either, which is crazy.
Right. What's the court hiding in here?
I only played the first one, though. Back on the PS2. I remember it because I borrowed it from a friend, and I literally just classic weekend gaming moment. Had some Mountain Dew and stayed up all night playing it. I was on the final... I think it was the final boss level, or like the second final boss level. And I was almost to the end.
So now the voice
It was like right
wants to
before
play
the
hide and
boss.
seek. Great.
And then like a
Belfry,
power
got
transformer
any tips
outside
to
my
find the
house
voice?
fucking exploded out
there.
of nowhere. And my
Damn it,
power
cut
went
off
out.
again.
And when it came back on, the autosave was like at the beginning of like this difficult level, and I was like, no. Although I was a child at the time, so it's like, in retrospect, I don't think it was that difficult.
Look at that.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, they have like all of like the Ratchet and Clank games. Like out of all of the all the PS2 era like mascot type characters like Sly Cooper, Ratchet and Clank, or Jak and Daxter. Ratchet and Clank was my shit. That's the one that I really liked. I played the first 3. I played the first one a lot. I played the second one a bit. And I think I only played the third one a little bit. But then I fell off. And I've been wanting to hop back into it. And just play through all of them. All the way up to A Rift in Time. Which I'm pretty sure they're all in PlayStation Time. Whatever.
So much for that meeting. Let's see what they were looking at.
But again, it's like, I'm not thinking of it in terms of like, oh, I can get this, and then I can play any games I want. I'm thinking of it in terms of content, of like, oh, I got this, so I'm gonna have to start like streaming a lot more and putting out a lot more content kind of stuff. I have creator brain going on, and it's like, I I'm not even successful at this, and why do I have that?
And now, from vinyl right to your eardrums, it's the old voice of the court.
Inoculation was compromised. Found to be moonlighting for cockroaches. We eliminated him. Our allies...
Shit. So the court really did off Langstrom. This recording could be just what we need to bring them down for good.
But there's still plenty to clean. Destroy everything. Make it so Langstrom never existed. We must send a message. You are only an owl of the court. So...
That's a lot of names. Hold on. All these people are either missing or dead. Kirk Langstrom is on here. Is this a hit list?
Yeah, I don't know if they ever will release their full classic catalog to be able to be bought in their store. I think that's one of those things that they're just gonna hold over everyone's head for getting the better versions of PlayStation. Fortunately. Although, like I said, they do have like really recent games on there, which would already cost you like almost as much as the subscription itself.
That's a history of Gotham's architecture. What's the court involved in construction?
It definitely feels like they've been slowing down on lowering their prices on games.
So the numbers on the wall are the years each of those buildings was constructed or renovated, and the court was involved in that.
It only takes like 2 or 3 years before the price like really drops on games. But now it feels like it's been getting much slower, and the rate of price dropping is like way worse. Okay, wait, that was 36, 77. I always forget this one. 32, 31, 1800 are also like
City Hall. GCPD Central Station. Look at that. The courts, police, politics, and religion. Yeah, that covers all the power bases.
Of course. I should have known it was you.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how they do their pricing for it. It's super weird. Like I said, I still have like 10 to 11 months, and it's down to $75 for me. So it's like, it's a weird how they scale it in terms of cost per month, because I don't think that's really how it works, technically.
It's high time we talk.
Oh, god damn it.
Are you gonna show yourself or what?
Just your taxidermy.
To the painting. So you made it here, all by yourself.
Well, someone had to stop you from destroying Gotham.
Destroy Gotham?
I'd never.
No, we're trying to save her.
They all say,
Preserve her glory. I understand now the potential you could have to do the same.
Oh. Power and glory.
Never had that offer from a weirdo in a mask.
The only one hiding behind a mask is you, Mr. Todd.
you're only saying that because you literally just took off your mask.
Jacob Kane? How do you know?
I know. Just like I knew my nephew Bruce was out there, keeping the peace in his armored pajamas. Don't worry, I didn't tell anyone. Call it loyalty to Martha.
just our court is quieter about it. The people of Gotham will find out you've been playing with their lives.
They're not your toys.
Yeah, Batman would probably say the same thing in your position. That's why I never told Bruce about the court.
We have the same ends, the same enemies.
It's madness. You're not serving us.
I stopped killing people.
A difference in tactics, I'll admit.
You say you protect Gotham, but you're racking up a body count. Kirk Langstrom, his assistant.
Those who betray us will suffer for it. Langstrom betrayed the court.
Bruce gave everything to save this city. You fight for yourselves. He would never have supported this.
Do not use my nephew against me.
I mourn Bruce. I want answers for his death, just like you.
I am nothing like you, Jacob.
Understood.
I protected Bruce, but I won't protect you. If you won't join us, I'm afraid you'll have to join Langston.
Security breach. We're under attack in the ballroom. They came out of nowhere.
Clearly, I have bigger problems right now.
Just stay out of my way. You won't like what happens next.
Gotta get back to the ballroom ASAP.
Over there! Good work, Redwood.
Oh my god. Back to sucking at playing as him. Oh god. There we go. I was actually trying to look into like more obscure RPGs, like indie RPG stuff you don't really hear about. And it's like, I'll try to get into some of those. But again, it's like they're indie and unheard of, usually for a good reason, because it's like, you know, someone's first game, so it's probably janky. But I thought, yeah, why not? I've been trying to find some that are cheap. And I've been finding a lot of, visual novel stuff on PlayStation. And I'm like, oh. Like, I knew there were some, but I didn't realize how many.
Damn it.
There is a lot.
Well, we've got goddamn ninjas crashing the party.
Understood. Paramedics have been called.
In fact, I actually saw one. So there's been a recent trend. This has slowly been starting to happen, where they use live action like film footage, and they just make it like interactive, and they make it into like a full-on game. There's a Japanese, I don't know if it's supposed to be horror or murder mystery, but there's a Japanese like murder mystery-esque game that's all live action, and you just choose like the different endings, different characters and stuff like that to follow. This has been getting extremely popular within the last few months, because apparently there's been like a huge boom of apparently Chinese, I believe it's Chinese dating sims that are all like live action video. Can't remember what they exactly called it. It's like an interactive movie, but they make it slightly more gamified. And I was like, oh shit. So it's like some of those are even on PlayStation, and I'm like, wow, I did not realize that. Because there are some that are pretty cool. There's one that's actually on sale right now that I was thinking about picking up, but I don't know about streaming it, where the whole story is literally you find like kind of like these documentary tapes about this old actress that mysteriously disappeared, and you're going through all of them as if you're what's the name of the job? Like the guy that takes old footage and cleans it up, basically. So you're basically playing that role, and you never see yourself. You only see the footage. So you rewind and fast forward, slow down. You pass it through different like band waves and stuff, and you start finding weird hidden shit throughout it. Like, I don't know if it's like ghosts or if it's like satanic stuff or what, but it's like really creepy and eerie because it's all like live action footage, and it feels like you're discovering like some weird like cult or murder mystery. It looks really dope. And it's got like multiple endings and stuff. I cannot remember the name of it though, unfortunately, and it's driving me crazy. I believe it's American, I think. But I believe it takes place, I think, in the 1970s or 80s, so all of the footage has like an slightly old school grain to it. It looks really dope. And yeah, it's on sale right now for I think like 15 or 12 bucks. But again, like, it's mostly like you scrubbing through like scene footage from like unreleased movies or behind the scenes stuff. So I don't know how interesting that would be for like a stream. That's the kind of weird game mechanic stuff that I fucking love. I'm a huge sucker. If it's murder mystery, I am totally in. I love detective stuff. One of my favorite genres. Ah, buddy. Our power hits do not hit at all. Damn it, I keep doing that move. I keep on meaning to do this one. Oh, what? He can't turn, like, fully around to see someone else? Interesting. Not happening, bud. So what was his alt? Oh yeah, his alt's super weird. I think it's like a counter, I think? Oh no. Okay, yeah, that's weird. But yeah, I like that as like a genre of a newer genre of game using live action footage. I think that's a cool concept for just a more casual thing, because I've always really liked interactive movies and stuff like that, except I've always wished that it was a little more in depth. And I feel like making it more of a video game in aspects can do that, and it's like, yes.
Montoya, it's Red Hood.
Because, dude, you can make some awesome murder mystery stuff like that.
I was there, trying to help.
Yeah? Then care to tell me who the hell those assassins were?
Because
the League of Shadows, that's who. I'll send you what we have.
Unfortunately, personally, I don't think I've ever really found a good murder mystery game that's like really high quality graphics. Usually, if it's a murder mystery, it's either like a visual novel, so it's drawn, or if they're trying to use CGI, it's kind of more budgeted because it's more of an indie title, or just a lower budget game. So by using live action footage, I think that can give it like a unique quality to it and a higher quality. Make it more engaging, especially for murder mysteries. Let me... I'm trying to look. What? Oh yeah, plus the new free games haven't dropped yet either. What was it? Ghost Runner 2's dropping. Ghost Runner 1 is part of PlayStation Prime as well, so it's like keep finding more and more games in it that I want to play, but at the same time it's like, they can take them away at any moment though. Less content, brain. Yeah, there's 3 different deals going on right now. The usual games under 20, which is almost perpetually always going on. May Savings, which is 75% off, which I think is the one that's got a lot of really good stuff in it. It feels like Resident Evil is perpetually in that one. Like, usually Resident Evil 2 or 3 is, like, always on discount. So they have, like, a bunch of Resident Evil games on discount. They're still, like, about $20. I never did buy the DLC for Dark Souls 3, and they're selling that for, like, $8 for each part, and there's only 2 parts. Maybe I'll pick that up. Yeah, it's just, like, one of those things where it's, like, there's so much content that I can already make with games I already own, where it's, like, I feel like I'd be putting all those games on the back burner if I was to get the Prime rate for premium. I really need to look up which one it is. God damn it.
The slaughter of some of our best and brightest at the Orchard Hotel is a new low for the city of Gotham. It is time for the real heroes, the GCPD, to step up and restore order in our city. To take it back.
Yeesh. Surprisingly, Commissioner Kane isn't a match for any of the voices we collected. Hey!
She may not be a court member, but the commissioner could still be helping them. She did marry Jacob.
Catherine is probably not aware of her husband's secret. I know Jacob well, and have never had even the slightest suspicion.
Colonel Asshole fooled everyone. Even Bruce.
The other people we matched at the ball. John Wycliffe, Isabella Haas, Maria Powers.
All killed at the hotel by the League.
Colonel Kane's the only member we know survived for sure. And probably old lady Cobblepot. She's unaccounted for.
And the court is clearly much bigger than Jacob Kane and Constance Cobblepot.
The almighty voice was right, you know. No one will believe a nursery rhyme's been pulling Gotham's strings for so long.
But people will believe that Jacob Kane conspired to murder Langstrom. We have the evidence to prove it. Let's get this to Detective Montoya. See if it's enough for her to build her case.
I'll be sure to include our list of known members, dead or otherwise.
We need to be careful about this. Jacob will be waiting for us to try something.
Someone should talk to Talia. The court and the League are clearly out to kill each other.
Then let's be ready when we're caught in between them.
I put some new info on the board.
Alright.
Catherine Kane isn't
break
doing this city any favors.
for a minute.
Things are bad enough.
Bathroom
through the court and
break.
League without the cops stirring
I
up.
will be... Alright, we're back. Right, the game that I was thinking of where you're looking into like this disappearance of like this movie star from like the 70s and 80s, it's called Immortality, which is super vague name for literally anything, really, let alone a game. It actually does have its own IMDb. I'm trying to see exactly what they call it, because I think they're trying to rebrand it from like an interactive movie to something else.
There's yet another evil group of rich people in masks who want to run this city.
Just to be safe, I'm going to see what I can find in the city records.
I was kidding about the water. It's just an expression.
You put the idea in my head, now I have to be certain.
All right, let's see what Steam labels it as. A developer. Choose your own adventure. Wow, yeah, they really haven't been able to brand this outside of like interactive movie, but that doesn't properly describe the level of interactiveness this thing has. Let's see here. Interactive film video game. I don't know. The actual super surprising thing, this seems like if you're a film buff, you know A24, the company that puts out a lot of really cool and weird movies. This feels like an A24 movie, like hardcore A24 movie. And it was actually put out by Netflix. And I don't know if a lot of people know this still, but a while ago Netflix was really pushing to do video games. I don't know if they still are, because they dropped some video games, and most of them, when I found out they existed, they were like, oh no, they were put out by Netflix. I'm like, oh, they actually did that. So, but now it's making its way to like other consoles and stuff. Because yeah, I believe Netflix is exclusive to like, I don't know, like tablets and smartphones and shit, or like their gaming. And it's like super weird how they have it set up and done, and it's like weird and dumb. I have no idea if they ever continue trying to make more games after their initial wave. It's a whole like Google's trying to make a game console thing all over again kind of situation, where it's like, are they though? Which, good lord, I can't even remember what Google's console was supposed to be, but they were all like, it's gonna be the next great thing in cloud gaming. And most people were like, probably not. And they were like, you'll see. And then like a year later, they're like, we're defunct. You were right. What was it? Stadia. Oh my god, it was Google. What was that? Amazon Stadia. It's Google Stadia. Oh my god. So many people wasted so much money on that.
You're not mad at Tim, are you?
No. Okay, I was a little harsh.
Probably.
Rage, rage, fucking rage.
These loads are pretty hot. Are you sure the velocity isn't too high?
It'll be fine. Besides, it's not like I'll be shooting anyone who doesn't deserve it.
You're at the upper safety limit. That doesn't leave you a lot of margin for error.
You've seen the body armor criminals wear. Can't afford to play nice in an arms race.
Not all our enemies wear armor.
Uh-huh.
If you believe these rounds are safe, then prove it. Shoot me.
Oh my god, what was that dramatic turn?
Fine. Maybe they are a little hot. Why don't you crunch your numbers and tell me what the best load should be?
Great. Oh, while we're at it, we should look at polymer volume and composition.
Oh, FMV game. That's what I think people are calling it.
Will impact expansion, but if we tweak the gel compound, we can make up for it.
Huh?
I don't remember hearing that song anywhere else in the game. That's a good song. Holy fuck. Okay, FMV games. So FMV was actually popular. I don't know if it was in the late 80s. I think it was the early 90s on computers. So someone figured out, hey, we can't make super detailed graphics on computers, but we can do some form of video. So they tried doing like video recording, like choose your own adventure kind of stuff way back then. And then it kind of died out for a long time. And now it's coming back around. Honestly, it kind of started with Until Dawn. Almost. And then it kind of slowly progressed to going back to live action film. But yeah, back in the day, it was called FMV Games. So I guess, yeah, that would be an appropriate name for this new wave of them as well. I need to remember that. It's like a very small, like, I think there's less than 50 FMV games. So it's like a very small grouping of games. FMV, I need to remember this. Especially since recently it's been starting to pop off. Mainly in, like, dating sims, but that's kind of weird, but whatever.
You jerk.
That is so ingenious. Alright, cool. Alright, see what's going down. Holly is right there. That's when she gets ambushed. I remember that. Still have the motorcycle thing there, but that doesn't give rewards. Maybe I'll do it, and I just can't remember if I've ever done all of the motorcycle ones. I think I have, but I'm still missing some colors, so it's like, not sure where to get the rest of them. Although right now it's the blue ones. And I did mess up doing our New Game Plus thing with Dick. So maybe that's why I don't have those. But then, like, in this later half, we have these. Alright, let's check our gear. I don't think we really picked up anything. Yeah, no. Yep, nowhere near anything. Alright. Well, let's... No new upgrade. No mods. I was looking into Sword Art Online. There's like a bunch of games out for that. For some reason, the second game in the series like never goes on sale for some reason. So it's still like 50 or 60 bucks. Unfortunately. But apparently there's like the first game is really weird because there's like 3 different versions of the first game. I think it was like Hollow Fragment, Hollow Fragment, and then Hollow Visage or something. I can't remember. It's like got like 3 different names, and like one of them is a PlayStation, one is a PSP game, one is a PSP port, and then the final one is like, oh no, this is the official PlayStation 3 version of the game. And it's like, why do you do this? Why are you doing the stupid bullshit that fighting games do back in the 90s where it had to be like super, super turbo, super? It's like fucking... It would have been easier if you just did 2.5, asshole. Like, so much easier. Colors, that's what I was looking at. We did not unlock any new colors, unfortunately. But we do have a new outfit. Oh, that was it. Because right now, most of the Sword Art Online games are on sale. Except for the second one, where they're like the elves. All the rest of them are like on sale for like $10 or under. I have not played any of them, so I don't know of the quality. But I am trying to pick them up so we can play through that series. I'm looking at a lot of RPGs at like trying to pick up the whole series. I'm trying to do these. Barely killed anyone here. And this one drives me crazy. After that mission, we're always like one short. Yeah, I think the first one at the very least is, I think, turn-based. I don't know if the rest of them are. Honestly, the graphics in none of them look good. Like, they all look really bad. Even when they're trying to do, like, the anime graphics. And then the newer ones have the same problem that Kingdom Hearts has coming to more modern consoles, where the hair textures just look weird. Like, they're trying to make it look anime instead of realistic, but they're trying to go in, like, this weird in-between where it looks like it looks like an action figure almost. So you know how, like, some figures have, like, textured hair, but it's still, like, just a block of, like, clay or plastic? That's what it kind of looks like in the newer ones, and it's like, ugh, no, it looks like a figurine. Either make it look like the cartoon or, like, do a different art style for it, man. That's, like, one of the biggest problems with, what is it? Jumpstar? You know, the big crossover game for all the Shonen Jump anime? I have not played the newest one yet, but that game franchise, ever since they went to 3D models, like in the more recent, like the last 2 iterations, all the characters just look like action figures, basically. And the annoying thing is, it would have been cool if they kind of leaned into that and be like, oh yeah, they're toys. But no, they're trying to be like, no, they're the real characters. Like, ah, well, then they just look bad. Kind of like how they released a toy series of, like, Sora, Donald, and Goofy as their Toy Story versions. And they look amazing because they're supposed to look like toys. None were turn-based. Really? The first one looked like it was turn-based. I only saw images of it, so. We'll see.
Could have told us your league was planning a murder spree at the charity ball.
Does this look like my league? Did they decapitate the court? Did you?
No. Despite all the killings, the voice is still alive.
Then the league will keep attacking, regardless of collateral damage.
And the court will send their talons to retaliate. How many of Gotham's citizens will die in the crossfire, Talia?
Countless. The league will decimate the city. And the court is preparing something even more impressive.
And that is?
Langstrom wrote that living subjects could create more powerful talents. I don't want to be around when they get out.
What else do you know about what Langstrom was doing?
As much as I've liked our chats, Gotham is getting decidedly unfriendly. Don't come looking for me.
Hey, Belfry. Did you get all that?
Yes. Meaner talons incoming. They're not gonna make dismantling the Court of Owls any easier.
We have to keep going or the city will go up in flames. Let's find some more helpful sources.
Alright, hold on. Let's actually check and see. I've been wanting to test this out. It's still not unlocked up here. I wanted this to be unlocked because I wanted to see if we could get everyone to jump up to level 60. Because once we get that armor, it's a breeze to get through a lot of this. Hop on over, talk to Montoya. Oh! I still need to catch up in the anime. I think I'm a season behind. It got weird in like in the last 2 or 3 seasons. Where it's like, what was his, what crap, what's the main character's name? Agito? Trying to blank. It's been a few years. Where he's like disappeared and then you find him on like a fucking military boat and it's like, what the hell is going on? Oh, sorry. No, I was talking about Sword Art. Kirito? Alright. Whoop. We're landing. And I just shattered my kneecaps.
was wondering when you'd show up.
I wanted you to have plenty of time to read those files I sent you.
Some pretty serious shit here. A secret society that controls Gotham, with Jacob Kane at the head?
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then there's all the murder.
Latest arc.
I'd say you were off your game. If it didn't make so much damn sense. I've seen so many shady things over the years, and this explains every single one of them.
We have to bring Kane down, and the court with him.
Too many corrupt cops on the force for me to just arrest him. If I had someone I could actually trust on the case, might be able to get some solid evidence.
Then you're stuck with me. I'll go looking for court trouble and see what I find.
Yeah. I remember they released that arc into 2 different seasons. I only watched the first season, and I never got around to watching the second.
So I'm gonna make some pigs cry.
Keep us updated.
I gotta hand it to you. You're doing a better job at policing than most police.
And I really wish Dot Hack would get their shit together and put out another new game. I mean, the last game they put out, well, new game, they re-released some games more recently. But the last new game they came out was in like 2011. And most people don't even know it exists because they did something kind of smart, but also kind of super stupid, where a Dot Hack movie, CGI movie came out, which is fucking amazing. Looks very beautiful. Highly recommend watching it if you're a fan of CGI animation. Super dope. They released the movie on Blu-ray, and if you know anything about discs, you know all the games now, if it's on disc, it's on a Blu-ray disc. So they released the movie, and it also included a fighting video game, like a Street Fighter style fighting video game with Dot Hack characters. And most people don't even know it exists because it never came out in the West. It was exclusive to the Blu-ray disc of the movie. But lucky for me, I'm an obsessed fan with that series, so I imported it for like $80. Even though the fighting game is like, I think it was like 5 characters or something. Wait, where are we going? Oh, yeah. The police. Bust some skulls. Let's do this. That direction. I was always a much bigger fan of Dot Hack than I was Sword Art. Even though they came out in the same year, technically. The first Sword Art story was written in like 2002, the same year a Dot Hack dropped. Over here, it's this back alley, isn't it? Whoop. Yeah. Actually, I don't even know if they did another season past that arc or not. Because Sword Art was weird. Like, it popped off super hard with its, like, first half of the season. Second half fell off. I think a lot of people liked the technically third arc, which was, like, the whole gunslinger arc. But then it kind of, like, was all over the place, where it's just, like, it really slowed down, like, releasing stuff. Like, they released a movie at one point, which focused on AR. I think there was another game in between. Gungrave. So it's really weird because the first season is 2 different arcs. It's like the normal Sword Art Online arc, but then it's also that fairy arc as well. So season 1 is 2 different arcs. And then season 2 is the, what's the gun game called? Gunslinger or Gungrave? And then they made a movie which was focused on AR, where it was augmented reality stuff. And then there's another season in there too. I can't remember what it was. And then there's the more recent one, where it's very, like, more Excalibur-esque themed, which is the one that you were talking about. Actually, let me look this up. Because there's like a million light novels of this fucking series, so it's like... And I also just found out Bleach, the manga/anime, also has light novels. I did not know that. And it expands upon, like, the 13 Court Guard captains' backstories and stuff. And I'm like, what? I did not know those existed. But apparently that's a whole thing. Yeah, it really blew up with, like, the first 2 seasons, and then I felt like it fell off super hard. Yeah, good lord, there are so many books. There's over 11 books. And I think these are the light novels. Okay, there's up to 16 books plus 1 extra book. I believe those are all the novels. Yeah. Let's go anime. There's a season of the anime that I'm completely forgetting, and I know it. Because unfortunately, some of the seasons were, like, super forgettable, even though I've watched all of them. Let's just go to my anime list. That would be much easier. Oh, they put out, like, a lot of, like, specials here and there. Sword Art Online aggressive movie. That's a weird way to order those words. Oh, I guess I was wrong. I thought there was a season in between the movie and, like, the latest, like, series. The latest 2 seasons. But I guess not. It's weird, when you type in Sword Art Online, the first thing that comes up is Season 2 instead of Season 1. Season 2 is, like, halfway down. Like, what? Everything's a light novel now. Everything always has been a light novel, technically. I mean, a lot of manga started out as light novels. Or at least has one light novel associated with it. Ordinal Scale is another... Wow, there's actually multiple movies, and I've actually watched them. But it was so long ago, I do not remember. Yeah, so it was Sword Art Online 2, the second season. Then they did 2 movies, and then they came out with the newest 2 seasons. Wow, okay, yeah, so they just went, like, a long time without putting out, like, an actual series. Because Season 2 came out in 2014, which is actually later than I thought. I thought it was 2013. Then they did a movie. Oh my god. The second season came out, and then they did a movie 3 years later. And then they also did another side movie as well. And then in 2018, the latest arc started. And then the second season of that latest arc. Wow, okay. It started 2018, and then they released the second season 2019. Oh, wait, hold on. Whoa. That is so weird. Why did they set it up like that? There's 3 seasons of this one arc, it looks like. I did not realize that. Hey, that's weird. Huh. Yeah, there's 2 movies. One is canon, and I think one doesn't, is like kind of 50-50. Alicization? I don't know how to properly say that. Yeah, so... Wow, there's 3 seasons to this story arc. I did not realize it. Wow, they really cheaped out with the other ones then, by giving them like 1 season or half a season. Yeah, there's Alicization. Then there's... War of the Underworld, and then War of the Underworld Part 2. Or 2nd season. Huh, so I missed 2 seasons instead of 1. Holy shit. And that's it. The last thing that came out was in 2020. So, 4 years ago. Wow, that's a really long story arc for that game. Anyway, back to the video game. It's supposed to be busted skulls here. Yeah, let's just running around. Oh, they did drop some information. I have not looked into it. Apparently, there's some story news for Kingdom Hearts Missing Link, which is supposed to be the next game. The next phone game. iOS game, sorry. Coming out for Kingdom Hearts. And since they're doing that, maybe we'll be seeing some more news on it this summer. I was thinking about jumping into it, even though phone games really aren't my thing. I was thinking about maybe trying to set it up so I could record it. That'd be cool. Maybe post some of those videos. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Like, it's Kingdom Hearts at the end of the day. I'm either going to play the game or I'm going to watch the video that explains the lore. Or, like, tells all the lore. I still need to commit and do a full series of me watching, like, doing a reaction and watching all of the other mobile game. And watching all the story beats for that. Because that's, like, 8 hours. So that will be, like, multiple streams, probably. Whoop. Ah. Buddy. Today, I'm not fighting good because I am not focusing on this game at all. Like, the whole last week, I have just been completely checked out. That's what happens when you stream 1,341 days. Whatever happened to Log Horizon? That was another anime that was based in a video game as well. Like, the first season came out around the time Sword Art was popping off. People really liked it, and then it spent like 3 years until season 2 came out. And then they never released a season 3, even though it was clearly leading up to season 3. At least I don't think they ever did. Let me check. Log Horizon. Oh no, there's a few different things, but those are more side story stuff. That's why I never knew about it. God damn it. Oh, they did do a sequel. Wow, they did a sequel very recently. Holy shit. I heard nothing about this. Log Horizon Season 2 came out in 2014. And then the sequel, which they did not call Season 3, they just, like, renamed it to a completely different thing, came out in 2021. So, like, 7 years later, they finally released... I don't know if it's supposed to be a 3rd season or if it's a side story. I hate when they do that. Yeah, I saw Konosuba. I still need to watch the spin-off with Megumi. I started watching that, and I made it a few episodes in, but I still need to finish it. And I'm gonna wait until Konosuba is finished, like their 3rd season is finished airing, and I'm gonna, like, watch it all the way through. That's usually how I do it with anime, is just wait for the season to end and then marathon it. which makes times like this where it's just the beginning of the new season, so everyone's only got like 3 or 4 episodes out. It's like I got nothing to watch. So I try to go through my backlog. Wait, hold on. We have the yellow one over there. Then we also have one yellow one right there as well. Oh, yeah. Okay, there's that one. That move is so busted. Yeah, if they're at a 90-degree angle or more, like, you will not lock onto them. Shit. They have to be, like, directly in front of you. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about his, like, golden ult. It feels kind of bad. I have not been able to really pull it off in a good way. I can't remember how many episodes in on Megumi I got. I think I was maybe at episode 5 or something. But I'm pretty sure it's only 13 episodes, so it's like, or 12 episodes. But yeah, I also found out apparently Netflix, I don't know how legit this is, if they're just like floating the idea out there, or if this is a 100% thing gonna happen. But Netflix apparently wants to do a live-action Scooby-Doo. I don't know if it's a series or a movie, but they're trying to do that. And I'm like, wow. Honestly, that'd be a step up from Velma. Which I have not let that go. That series is so mid beyond belief. If not just straight up terrible. Season 2 of that just dropped, unfortunately. And because I hate myself, I watched it. And I'm like, wow, they... why do I do this to myself? I know they already did they did 2 live-action movies, plus they also did some made-for-TV live-action movies. With, oh god, what's the name of the actor who played Fred? When they did the live-action ones on Cartoon Network. God, he's Robbie Amell's, like, cousin. He was in, like, The Flash for a little bit in the Arrowverse. God, what was his name? Robbie Amell? I think. But yeah, I think they did like 2 or 3 live-action movies for Cartoon Network, plus the ones with like Sarah Michelle Gellar back in the early aughts. Here's the thing, they hit their peak with Scooby-Doo when they did Mystery Incorporated, because they actually made like long-term story. Like they did season-long plots in that, which I think was really cool. And it's like, yeah, lean into the mystery. I mean, even if you just casually like Scooby-Doo, everybody universally knows Scooby-Doo on Zombie Island is hands down the greatest Scooby-Doo movie ever made. That's because they actually made the haunting stuff real in that one, and they made it actually kind of horror and scary. It's like, yes, lean into that. Don't go like full slasher movie, but like lean more into like horror or like weird folklore stuff. That's more than a dude in a rubber suit. That'd be dope. That's what they did with, well, that's what they kind of did with Mystery Incorporated. That shit was awesome.
Belfry, tell Montoya she was right. The cops were covering up stuff for the court.
Got it. She says she'll take over from here.
And I dare say, the follow-up series, Be Cool Scooby-Doo, which a lot of people really hated, I think is really good.
Sounds good. See you soon.
Because the follow-up series it's a straight-up comedy. Like, they're barely trying to be a murder mystery show. It was just, it's hardcore comedy. And it's like, yes, I think it's one of the best comedy Scooby-Doo shows that they've ever made. Although a lot of people bag on it because it has a not great art style. It's a bad art style. Straight up bad art style. But then they made Velma, and then everyone was like, can we just have more Be Cool Scooby-Doo instead? But yeah, here's Cliff Notes for Velma Season 2. Season 1, they made a lot of really bad jokes and a very mid overall plot that wasn't really interesting. Season 2, they make a lot less jokes. That's it. Like, wow. You want a show just as awful as the first season? Season 2. Because they're not even trying to make jokes because their jokes suck so bad in season 1. It's like, bro. Why do I keep watching this show? Because I'm an obsessive fan. That's why. Yeah, I really have not been doing much. I've been trying to find some good anime to watch. I found an old one. Well, not old. One from the mid-2000s called The Prince of Tennis, which is a sports anime. I started watching that when it first came out in like 2006 or 7. Around the time Toonami was taken off the air and they were trying to do like a streaming platform kind of thing, like online for free. And it failed terribly, but they had some original anime on there when they were doing it, and Prince of Tennis was one of them, and they made it all the way up to like episode 70, and then they just stopped. And last week I found out at some point someone bought that series and re-recorded all of it in English and released it, and nobody ever talked about it. And it happened like in the last 5 years. And I'm like, God damn, what? I made it deep into that show, so I'm just committing to finishing it out and watching the rest. Which is like another 70 episodes, but whatever. I'm already 70 episodes deep. I'm halfway through. Might as well commit. The Shaggy actor? Yeah, the Shaggy actor was great. I'd say most of the actors of the original live action was good. I don't know about the Cartoon Network one. I haven't seen that one, really. Like, I know it exists, but I've never watched it.
There's new stuff on the board.
But, yeah, he was in Scream 1. He was also in Hackers. A very 90s movie. Which is, the movie that exists.
I helped you. Now you gotta help me. My family found out about our little chat. They're out for blood. Please, you gotta get over here before they...
Shit. They've got Penguin pinned down at the Iceberg Lounge.
Same.
Subtlety doesn't seem to be the League's priority anymore.
Right? Since when did they use rockets?
Without Raish to lead them, they're adopting a more direct approach.
A lot of people will be caught in the middle if we don't stop them.
That was one of the best crossovers ever made, bud. I loved Supernatural. I came into that show late, kind of. Like, it was already 7 seasons in, but that show went for like 17 seasons, so it's like before the halfway point, really. So I got into that show super hard. Unfortunately, like, I love that show. It's a fun show. But boy, within the first few seasons, they started hitting a lot of angels and demons stuff, and it really fell off the bat for me around there. But I still watched it for like many seasons just because it's a fun show. But yeah, the Scooby-Doo crossover episode was so fucking good. I loved it so much. You know there's a Supernatural anime, right? Like a legit one. They made some weird changes with it. It's mostly based on season 1. And they did actually get the actual actors to come in and do some of the voice acting for a couple of the episodes. Like, the guy that plays Dean, he does a bit of voice acting. Like, he played Red Hood in Under the Red Hood. And I think he actually played Batman, too, in some stuff. It's like, yeah. Plus, he just played Soldier Boy in, The Boys Season 3, which I just watched this past week. Just so fucking good. He is a very handsome man. Goddamn. And this man not do. You know they made a sequel series to Supernatural, right? Called The Winchesters. I think it only lasted one season before it got canceled because, you know, it's the CW. And there's like a weird arc you can see of when CW was made, when it started popping off, and when it died, where it's like good writing, terrible writing, and then it died. And it's just like, oh. Yeah, I still need to watch it. I know it's going to be bad, but I know Dean shows up in it a little bit, so it's like, I don't watch it. Is CW even a channel anymore, or has that completely folded? Because, like, all the big shows that I know from it have already ended. Which, by the way, you know, Gotham Knights is a live-action TV show on there. Has nothing to do with the game, and apparently everyone says it is one of the worst DC things they've ever made. Except the guy who plays Two-Face is Misha Collins, who is the actor that plays Astiel in Supernatural. And apparently he does a really good job as Two-Face in that show. And unfortunately, that's the only positive thing in that show. And it's like, God damn it. They're really hitting the whole teen drama way too hard on CW. It's like, it needs to be light teen drama, right? It's not like full-on soap opera, bro. Like, that's why all your shows are failing, because they're all turning into just straight-up soap operas. Actually, actually, let me look into that. Is that actually, does that still exist? Like, what shows do you even have? Like, The Flash ended, Supernatural ended. Like, the entire Arrowverse is over, so it's like, what the hell else do you have? CW is still a thing. Okay, it still exists. Let's see, what shows do you have? I really need to set up, like, more camera angles that I can swap between when I do shit like this. Okay, it's not coming up. Yeah, they're good actors. Sam, I call him Sam, but like I know that's not his real name. He went on to play Walker, Texas Ranger, which I think already has like 5 or 6 seasons to it, and I'm like, maybe I'll give that a shot. I'm trying to find a list of current running TV shows. Wikipedia, you're useless. Oh, here we go. Let's just go to their Twitter, see what they're trying to promote right now. That'd be the easiest way. Okay, Walker, Texas Rangers, a CW show. I did not know that.
No.
And that makes me scared to watch it now.
Okay, I was a little harsh.
What the hell is this?
But you know you're gonna keep being pissed off until you admit to yourself what's bothering you.
Like oh my god, is that what they turned into?
No, but I don't
like the first 6 tweets looks like it's like
you're still pissed off.
Reality TV bullshit. Is that what CW turned into now? They started doing reality TV, unfortunately. All American Homicide. Never heard of that. Walker, Texas Ranger. Wow, their Twitter's like all over the place. It's like they're just showing clips from shows and not really promoting anything in particular.
I have to say, this confidence suits you, Master Tim.
Oh, Interview with a Vampire, is that on CW?
I didn't think I could ever go out there on my own.
Yeah, none of these shows look at all interesting other than Walker, Texas Ranger. Wow. This channel is seriously floundering. Good lord.
One that he and you.
Yeah, it is depressing. Do you know what's depressing? Look up Cartoon Network on like TV Guide. It's like 90% Teen Titans Go. It's like, bro, how have you fucked up this bad? You've had some of the best cartoons ever made. And right now, 90% of your programming is Teen Titans Go. Which, like, honestly, I'm not slamming that show. I actually really like that show. I like the comedy in it. And they do a lot of really cool references to DC stuff you never get to see. Like, there was an entire arc where Beast Boy went to be a part of the Doom Patrol because that's his family. And there was like quite a few episodes. I think it was like half of a season almost. Like almost 10 or 12 episodes of him in the Doom Patrol. And they started doing like story arcs and stuff in there in the later seasons. But yeah, like, dude, how do you just not own the rights to be like, we're gonna do reruns of Adventure Time or regular show? Nope, it's all like Teen Titans Go. It's like, bro, get new shows. You just ended like Craig of the Creek, which was a pretty good show. Three Bears, I don't think is playing anymore.
Could have stopped criminals from stealing sponge cakes and fruit pies like you did.
Hey, there was a pastry shortage in Gotham at the time.
Yeah, I'm not really finding anything. Yeah, All American, Flash, Sullivan's Crossing, Wild Cards, which I don't know what the fuck that is. I don't know why they're still promoting Flash that ended last year. Those are like the 3 shows that they're really promoting. I don't know what Wild Cards is. I feel like that's a very bad show. Anyway, yeah, Cartoon Network. I think they only have like 2 new shows that they're going to be putting out, apart from Teen Titans Go. I like just looked this up. Cartoon Network shows.
So, do you ever notice any
Yeah, it's like
side effects of
Gumball.
teleporting?
Like they stopped airing all of those shows. And it's like, why? Like, I get there's not new episodes coming out, but at least show some reruns instead of just the one show 24/7. That's like insane. Like even during like the weekday where kids would be at school, there's still huge blocks of Teen Titans Go. Why? Okay, okay, let's see here. Craig of the Creek just ended. We Baby Bears? Why have they started doing this? This is a thing they've started doing where they're taking properties they own and then making a baby version of it, where it's literally the same show, but they're children. They did it with Total Drama Island. They're doing it with the Three Bears. Tiny Toons, I don't know if that's playing on Cartoon Network. I know they made it for streaming services, like the newer version. But yeah, right now it's only Teen Titans Go, Tiny Toons. All the rest of these shows have already ended and they're not playing it.
Also, I already took that course last semester.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Invincible Fight Girl apparently is the name of one of their new shows coming out this year, but there's zero information about it. And Ayanu, Child of Wander, which is coming out this year. Never heard of that. And apparently a reboot of Total Drama Island. Those are the 3 shows that are supposed to be coming out this year on Cartoon Network. Can we not agree? It's sad that this entire year we're only getting 3 new shows. Like I'm not even like a hardcore like cartoon adult person where it's like I love watching Cartoon Network all the time kind of thing, where it's like, no, I'll check in like once every year or 2, see what's going on. But like, goddamn, they're like really like not doing anything with Cartoon Network. Like they're partnered with Hanna-Barbera. For fuck's sake, play old Scooby-Doo or something. Like, bro, you are actively floundering when you have one of the best catalogs of cartoon series ever made. It's just baffling, the terrible decisions they're making. Oh, dude, what was it? They did a Looney Tunes show. I think it was just called The Looney Tunes Show, where Bugs Bunny and Daffy Duck lived together. That was such a banger of a show. It had legitimate good comedy, right? Not just dipstick comedy or just stupid child comedy. Just like legitimate, these are good jokes that literally anyone would find funny. And it breaks my heart that they ended that series because it was such a banger.
What about them?
Yeah, I think Gumball ended, didn't it? Like that series finished.
But then again, the first rule of ninjutsu is there's no such thing as ninjas.
You just made that up, right?
Yeah, but some historians believe that any action.
Oh, there was a Gumball movie.
Assassins disguised as everyday people. See, The black uniform stereotype came from kabuki theater. Actors playing assassins would dress as stagehands to surprise the audience.
You've done your research.
Someone had.
Okay, so apparently there's supposed to be a Gumball movie, but HBO Max was like, no, because HBO Max is owned by, or is a part of, Warner Brothers, and Warner Brothers has been having a lot of issues recently. Like I've said, with the whole, like, there's been quite a few movies that are already finished filming, but then never released because they could mark it off as a loss because of money reasons. So they've been doing a lot of that shit for like the last few years and just canceling a bunch of shows so they could just like mark it as a loss so they could regain profit on it. And it's like, I feel like a lot of these things are tanking because the company's actively trying to get them to fail so they can just write it off on taxes.
You have to do the logical thing, Tim. You can trust your gut.
So yeah, there's supposed to be a Gumball movie, but that got canceled by Max. But apparently it's still trying to be shopped around to other services. So maybe someone will make it.
Doesn't mean you can't let loose once in a while. You're still a kid.
I'm not a kid. I'm Robin. And Robin can't afford to make any...
Honestly, I can't wait until I hear the news that whoever's running Warner Brothers has been ousted and we got a new person in. Because it's very clear that the new person running it, it's like, money's the most important thing. Like, yes, it's a business, obviously, but you're literally driving your company into the ground by, like, canceling everything that's even remotely interesting or unique. Like, there was a Looney Tunes movie, which was, not Roadrunner, Wile E. Coyote versus Acme, and it was supposed to be one of those, like, CGI character in the real world kind of thing. And it looked really good. And a lot of people that worked on the movie, and was like, even the people that were editing the movie, that's how close to being done it was. They had editors editing the movie with finished visual effects, said it was legitimately a good movie. And they shelved it. And it's like, motherfucker. And like, they shelved Batgirl, which was already finished and in post-production. Wait, Scooby-Doo Guess Who? Oh, that's their new guest show. That's still going on, I guess, technically. There was a weird cartoon that popped off like 3 or 4 years ago. It was like Mau Mau or Mew Mew, where it was like they were trying to nerf a lot of like anime tropes. OKKO, that broke my heart that show ended so early. That was a really cool, fun show. I thought that could have went on for a while. But it ended after, like, what was it, 3 seasons or something? They're not putting out a new Ben 10 anytime soon, I don't think. God, what was it? Momo? Mau Mau? Yeah, Mau Mau. Mau Mau was such a weird show. Because I saw 1 episode, and then they never released the 2nd episode until, like, 4 months later. And then the play schedule for it was, like, all over the place. It's the classic... We're going to constantly be moving this brand new show to new time slots on new days. And then they'll be like, oh, well, no one's watching it. Yeah, because you keep moving the time slot every other episode, bro. 1 season, 40 episodes. It had a good vibe to it. But unfortunately, nobody could really get on board with it because, like I said, it just kept on jumping around time slots. Let's see here. Infinity Train, I still need to watch. I've seen season 1. And that's it. Steven Universe Future, still need to watch that. Honestly, at this point, I'm just going through a list. I'm sorry, guys. Today was a very gameplay light day. DC Superhero Girls. Okay. I've watched that show. I personally think it is a legitimately good show. They make fun of so many of the superheroes, especially the male superheroes in that show. It's hilarious. Like, if you've never given it a try, I'd say try it. The art style, personally, I don't really like. It kind of looks cheap. But the actual characters in it are fun. And I really like a lot of them. Like, Hal Jordan is such a douche in that show. And I'm like, yeah, that's about right. It's actually pretty funny. They even have Aqualad, and not like the cool modern Aqualad, like the 1940s, he's a fucking nerd Aqualad in it, who like controls water, but from like a little water bottle, and he like splashes people a little. It's like, yes. It's actually a pretty funny show. Honestly, yes. I'm sorry. That would make massive tangents today, guys. We're not getting anything done. Massive tangents all over the place. Honestly, today my OCD has been kicking in, and I've just been trying to be distracted. Because I'm like one of those people where it's like, I have a very specific kind of like OCD when it comes to like messaging people and like social media stuff. That's why I'm not on like any social media. But like when I text someone and then I don't hear from them for like a week, it's like, you drive me crazy. Why do you do this? You are a bad friend. So it's like, I'm just trying to distract myself right now because my OCD is kicking in. And one of my friends is being a massive D in the bad way. And just like not getting back to me for like the last 2 weeks. And it's like, bro, what the fuck is going on with you? Damn you, but hyperfixation. Eh. You have friends? Lol. Drop the cap. Oh, whoa, hello. Got a little rewards.
Damn it. Who did this?
I have one. The other. You bastard!
And frankly, it'll always be me.
I want to live free! Right. We're tripping on that Californian Kush. We're hitting that wacky tobacco.
Oswald, you're on my shit list now. What the hell is this place anyway?
Ate those Music Fest brownies.
Belfry, do you read? Belfry.
You know I can't read.
Great.
Hurts.
Cut off.
You know that's my deepest insecurity? So, I have a decision to make. There is going to be Elden Ring, the DLC, coming out soon. I don't know fully what it entails. I do know it's supposed to be a big expansion onto the map. Like, massive expansion. Like, some people are saying it's, like, equal to the size of the actual, like, initial, like, overworld map. That's how big it's supposed to be. I don't know if that's accurate or not. That's selling for about $40. But Liza P is on sale right now for about $40 as well. So it's either get the DLC for Elden Ring or get Liza P. I'm gonna get both of them eventually, but choices need to be made right now. And it's like, I really want to play Liza P. And personally, I don't really have a strong fixation on going back to Elden Ring because we did everything in that game when we played it last time on stream, so I'm kind of burnt out on it. But I still want to play the DLC at some point. So it's like, I don't know, maybe I'll just wait for the DLC to go on sale instead. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I've already made up my mind. We're gonna go Liza P. We're gonna play that soon, hopefully. I want a challenging game. What? Backed myself into it. This is gonna. Oh fuck! Wait, what? Wait, was this not? I thought the right way was the right way. Oh wait, no, okay. Yeah, it was the right way. Here. They could have made that room like maybe 3 times as big and made it slightly more complicated. Ooh, okay. All right, let's see. Whoa! You're tripping. I just combined 2 new strains of weed called Gorilla Panic and This Is Permanent. And we'll see how this trip goes. Al.
No, this can't be real.
I don't think anyone's ever called him Al in the history of the comics. Al, no. Let's recast Alfred as a guy named Al from Boston. What are you jagoffs doing down there in the cave? Get your ass up here. I got some crab rolls. Next room, I think, is ours. Great. The vibes of this corpse room. Oh, whoa. See? Okay, out of all of the weird fucked up things that we see in here, that one was probably the most fucked up out of all of them. Because it was us just straight up dying. I do not remember the other ones having us get like straight up yanked like that. Gonna be the Lazarus pit?
Oh god. Not a Lazarus.
It's the pit!
Not again. That's not who I am. Not anymore.
Never again. Never again. Okay, I've been having this recent issue.
What the hell?
Actually, it's not even recent. It's been like a while. Where Amazon, where like I go to look for a game on Amazon, and it's like, oh, here's like the European version of the game. I'm in the US, kind of looking for the US version of the game, bud. I don't know why they keep trying to sell me the European version of the games. Like, I don't have a VPN on for like Europe or anything like that. I'm like in the US, but for some reason it just defaults to the UK version like 90% of the time. It's super fucking annoying because it is actually like hard to find the US version of the game on Amazon, which it's like shouldn't be. HUD. And I don't think there is a difference between the versions, really. I think it's just literally the logo on the box that's different, but still. Yeah, yeah. I don't think nobody region locks their consoles since like Nintendo did it with like the Wii. But yeah, it's still super fucking annoying, and it's like, bro, no. Like, it's annoying. Yeah, but it's still. Yeah, Switch isn't region locked. I think the thing that they did with the Switch, I think it's your account. Your account with Nintendo's region locked. So there's certain games you can only get if you have it registered in Japan versus America. Because I remember when that watermelon game was popping off, a bunch of streamers had to make like their Japanese account with Nintendo so they could buy that game. And I'm pretty sure it already came out in America. But I don't think physical games, though. I don't think physical games are locked regionally like they used to be, though. Just like digital store stuff. Which is still kind of stupid. You'd think, like, why not make it, like, okay, you can pick what region you're in via the digital store. That would be a cool thing. So if someone's super into, like, Japanese games but lives in America, they could just switch it over to Japan instead and just get the Japanese store. Although I guess there's maybe a tax or something, like tax-related stuff maybe that's involved. I can never remember what this one does. I think it was this. Yeah. It's just, like, I used to collect video games. And I still have that thing where it's like, it's gotta be mint condition, as close as possible. Gotta be the right thing. That's mainly where my OCD comes out, is whenever I, like, collect something. And since Liza P is a Souls-like game, and honestly, it just generally looks like a really solid game, I would like to get the physical edition.
Air's way better here.
But the US version, which should not be fucking complicated or hard, but apparently it is. Thanks, Obama. Does that still work? I don't think it does. I remember someone made a mod back in the day for Dark Souls 1. Every time they died in Dark Souls, instead of it saying you died, it just said thanks, Obama. Like, bro, really? Let the meme go. And it was like 5 years after the meme, too. It's like, bro. Oh, speaking of mods, too. Maximilian Dude, if you don't know, he's a big streamer that does mainly fighting games. And apparently, he's been... I don't know in what capacity he's been working with. He's been kind of promoting these people that have been modding the... Oh, what was it? It was Marvel vs. Capcom Infinity. Like the last Marvel vs. Capcom game. They've been modding it, so it has a way better art style. It actually looks more like a comic booky art style that, like, Marvel vs. Capcom 3 had. It looks really nice. He has some photos of it up on his Twitter. And he was talking about it, how, like, he wanted people to mod that game for a while, but no one was getting into it until recently. Because he said that that's a game where you're either, like, really into the mechanics or you do not like that game at all. So the community of fans for it was really small, mainly because not a lot of people like the new mechanics. Plus the art style was bad. But they're fixing it via mods. Community is, at least. Wait, what am I doing? I'm not paying attention to what I'm doing at all. That is the best move for them, by far. I'm gonna be honest, the Lazarus Pit was a nice thing to have, but it didn't really do anything for us. I'm disappointed. I thought it was going to be a much more dramatic scene. Like, I'd say Barbara might have had the best scene in these caves, in these tombs, because it was connected directly with her father. And I thought it was going to be a much more heavier emotional moment with Batman. But it was just kind of, I'm killing him. Boom. Gotti. Ow. Butts. Ah. That's all of them? You know what drives me nuts? Right now on sale, they have two different versions of Persona 5 on sale. Neither one of them is Royal. God damn it. Persona 5 and then Persona 5 like Final Edition. It's like, wow. 2 out of 3, and of course it's none of the ones that I want to get. Because I'm still trying to get 3, 4, and 5 so I can play those on stream. Although those are probably...
The court of owls has sentenced you to die.
Oh! Wait, does that break through a shield, or did I get lucky? Wow, that really did nothing. Oh, okay, so there's aim and shoot. Oh, you suck. He recovered, but honestly, that didn't really do much. Okay, I feel like I'm missing something on his ult. Feels like I'm not doing it right. Oh, wait, hey, we got a new move, too. Oh, okay, grenades. Okay, cool. So we have a little grenade we throw down. Pistol whip.
Please let that be a way out.
Yes.
Guess that's how they change the rooms around.
So I have realized there's a little bit extra dialogue between Tim and Talia, which I really appreciate. Via, you know, they have somewhat of a interesting backstory with one another, because she kind of brought him back from the dead.
No way in hell they use this place just to torture people.
But
Let's see if I can find out what they're planning.
so far, like, apart from like the obvious unique character moments specific to each character, in terms of main story, I think that's the only thing unique. Or I can't remember, does Montoya say something special to Barbara about her dad, or about the police chief? I think that happens, but I can't remember if that's a special moment for Barbara or if that was just part of this story.
Let's see what this does.
Because I'm trying to separate those two, the character moments versus just what's in the main story. And so far, what's in the main story is basically the same for all the characters. It's just the character moments that are different. But they do add a little extra dialogue when it's Jason talking to Talia, which I think is, you know, right. But honestly, I haven't really felt like there was much other than that.
Find a way across.
Oh, wait, no. I hate this.
Nice tanks. It'd be a shame if something happened to the valves.
Like, I get doing investigative mode and needing to scan, but, like, when you're doing a thing, and it's like, oh, I know what to do here, but it just doesn't work because you have to scan first. It's like, come on. Okay, what's going on here? There we go. Good lord.
Yeah, I'm on the right track.
Yeah, just some of the scanning is, like, doesn't make sense for me, where it's like,
Why the hell
you
is
need to
this
do that.
water so damn cold?
Okay, good to know. Honestly, I was willing to eat damage on that, but it didn't. Luckily, all these tunnels have, like, a bunch of crevices that lead out to the outside. The other convenient area.
He looks important. I bet he'd love to tell me all about his project.
Hello. Oh, wait, I messed up. I messed up. I was supposed to grab. Wait, what? Grab.
Talk, and I won't start breaking things.
This is a terrible camera angle.
We prepped the volunteers here for Project Polias. It's a Talon deployment.
Volunteers? The dead can't consent to your experiments.
They're not dead at first. The new ones, they offer themselves up for the cause.
Thanks. I'm going to knock you out now.
Bam.
God, you're making a whole Talon army. They could take over the entire city with this.
Although, give me the number for whoever is, like, designing the fucking caskets. These things are dope. I want one of. For my funeral. You know what blew my mind? They never made a Supernatural video game. Like, that seems like a perfect franchise to make a video game off of. Like, not even a tall tale game, just like a legit good, like, action game. Oh yeah, they also announced Season 2 of My Adventures with Superman. I still need to watch Season 1, but I heard it was really good. Oh my god, that's what it was! Oh my god, that's what it was! Okay. Justice League War World, I have not watched. Okay, hold on, let's see here. League of Superheroes. I also have not watched that one either. Wow, okay. DC's been putting out a few movies that I have not seen yet. So, DC recently started doing, like, a new run of movies. In, like, a newer art style, which I actually really like. There's, like, thick black lines and stuff, and it looks really nice. I love it. I did not realize this until just now. I watched The Long Halloween, Part 1 and 2. And I did not realize it at the time, but Jason Ackles, the actor that plays Dean in Supernatural, he plays Batman in those. He's playing Batman in all the new animated stuff, all the new animated movies. So, Long Halloween, Legion of Superheroes, Justice League, War World, he played Batman, and even in the new Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1 and 2. I don't know if there's going to be a Part 3. I really want to watch that, but I don't want to watch Part 2 and find out, nope, there's Part 3. Fuck. But yeah, wow, good for him. He's playing Batman. I know he's a big fan of Red Hood, obviously, since he voiced him. And he would be a pretty dope Red Hood if they ever did that live action, but unfortunately, he's getting up there in age. Yeah, that's dope. Cool. Good for him. I should look into the Crisis on Infinite Earths movies, if it is supposed to be a three-parter.
Right. These things are in stasis. Then if I overload the cooling system, it would stop them. Those look like the cooling system controls.
Alright. Here. Yeah, he voiced himself in the Supernatural anime. I don't think so, boy. Alright, let's see here. There is going to be a part 3 scheduled later this year. Okay, good to know. So Crisis on Infinite Earths, there is going to be a part 3. No! I was trying to turn and do that. God damn it. I hate that you can't control him turning when he's in the middle of this. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? There we go. I am poisoned and dying very, very rapidly. That move doesn't work on him? Oh my... Dude! Okay, trying to just shoot from the hip is not working with him. I am getting blasted here. Good lord. But yeah, that always bothered me. Supernatural video game, guys. Come on, we can do it. That'd be such a dope fucking game. And they could do it like the first few seasons where it's like very dark and horror themed. That would be so fucking awesome. Or it was more like Resident Evil horror game-esque. Oh shit, I can actually like aim for the head. I didn't even realize that I could be that precise. Okay, bro.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Okay, I'm not understanding his ult at all. It's like, I need to look into it. No. God, what the hell is happening? I'm stuck. I'm stuck. I can't move. Hello? What the hell was that? I was like stuck in the corner getting like constant hit. Like I knew I was standing over one of those ice things, but it wouldn't let me move away from it. Oh my god, why is my fighting so shit today? I cannot aim with the guns. Like with everyone else, it feels like I have way better aiming with their range weapon, ironically. Because that would be super dope. Because they already have the lore there for it. Just do like a soft reboot, Supernatural. Via a video game franchise. That'd be fucking sick as hell. Yeah. Although, to be fair, the Evil Dead video game isn't, like... The one that I know about, like, the newer one, It's like the Friday the 13th video game, where it's like, it's not really, it doesn't have story in it. It's literally just one player versus a bunch of other players kind of thing. Like Dead by Daylight. Like Friday the 13th and the Evil Dead games, I just think of them as like skins of Dead by Daylight, basically. That shot always looked weird to me. I don't know, like, there's something about it that just makes the character look very floaty when they're, like, grappling hook away. It just looks like their character has zero weight to them, and they're just being pulled away. Weird. No. I don't know how you even add weight to something like that, because you have to have, you know, suspension of disbelief when you're using a fucking grapple gun. But still, there should be, like, some way to show that your weight is being thrown around by this as you're flying away.
Red Hood, are you there? Your signal just reappeared on the Bat computer. Do you read me?
I read you, Belfry. It's good to hear your voice.
Thank God. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm in one piece.
Come back to the Belfry as soon as you can.
Let's head back. Honestly, guys, we did not do it. Holy shit. Yeah. Yeah, I like their, like...
The Talons, the Labyrinth, all punishment for exposing the court.
To think Jacob Kane ever thought we could be on the same side.
The Labyrinth wasn't just meant to kill us. The court wanted to get in our heads.
It might have worked.
Oh, this is the scene. Okay.
Okay, Tim.
The drama scene.
Will we? Batman didn't kill people, but where would he stand on soldiers lining up to be reborn as these monsters?
He's still not killing people.
I used to be dead. You think I'm the monster?
We have one.
Get over it, Jason. Fuck.
And this is where you go, Tim? Murder?
I get steering him away from killing people, but the Labyrinth was more than a setback, Babs.
Don't talk about me like I'm not here. You're not Bruce. None of you are.
Enough!
Like, everyone has to put their 2 cents in, even though if it's like, Jason, come on.
Gotham practically lined up to kill Batman. Every time Bruce came home, bloodied, near death, I patched him up. Just as I now do for you. He was often angry, but he never stooped to their level. And neither will you.
Alfred's right. Batman had a code. No matter how tough this gets, we can't betray it.
The court is made up of Gotham's founding families. They'll protect their own like only family will.
They may be related, but they aren't family. Not like we are.
The evidence we uncovered against Kane at the hotel is pretty much bulletproof.
Then our best course of action isn't war, it's prosecution.
I don't think Kane's gonna honor a warrant.
He will if we help the cops serve it.
The same cops currently gunning for every cape in Gotham?
I can think of at least one still on our side.
Alright, so...
I put some new info on the board.
Okay, we're gonna have to repeat that. We're gonna be ending it here for today, so I know we're gonna have to repeat that as soon as we start up next time, so I'm not gonna do it today.
But it was just boxes.
Let's check gear. Let's see if you picked up anything from that, because I have not been paying attention.
Makes you hallucinate your own
Nope.
worst fears.
So everything in the labyrinth comes from the
Damn it!
target's mind.
You're just like not getting anything good. Like no 3 rows at all. Okay, so I looked it up. There is a new, like this has been going since 2020. Superman, Man of Tomorrow. The DC animated movies changed their art style, and it's all part of a new. Like there's an arc going basically, so they're all continuing movies, kind of like they're all supposed to be set in the same universe, and it's called the Tomorrowverse, and it is made up of Superman, Man of Tomorrow, Justice League, World War II. I still need to watch that. That looked really good. Long Halloween Part 1 and 2. Watch those, super good. Green Lantern, Beware My Power. Also, that was pretty good. Like they changed up some stuff for it, but it's like it's pretty good. Legion of Superheroes, I still need to watch. Justice League, War World, I still need to watch that one, as well as the Justice League Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 1, 2, and soon to be Part 3. So it looks like they're trying to do like a cinematic animated universe, and honestly, I'm really down for it. Although the big question is this going to continue after Crisis on Infinite Earths, or are they just going to have that be the big finale for this? Because obviously they could change it up afterwards. But yeah, that's pretty dope. Like I've been wanting them to do, like everyone's been wanting them to do more like animated series stuff. And I don't care if they do their old school 90s Batman the Animated Series kind of stuff, or if they just start fresh where it's like, here's Batman, here's Superman, and here's a Justice League cartoon. They're all connected. It's like, cool. But hey, they're doing a series of movies that are all supposed to be set in the same universe, so it's like, sweet, down for that. And they all have like the same art style, so you can all clearly tell like this is all part of the same thing. It's like, sweet, the Tomorrowverse. DC is super bad at advertising. Because I had to find this on their wiki, on the fandom wiki, to actually find all this. God damn. Oh wait, shit, Rise of the Supermen. Oh god damn, that came out like just before this started too. That would have been cool to slip that in with it. Alright. Well, anyways, we've talked a lot today. Unfortunately, not really. It feels like I didn't really get a lot done in the game, though. That is going to be it for today, guys. Thank you for coming out and hanging out. And, yeah. I think we all learned something here today. Yeah, tomorrow, we're just going to do some more. We're going to hit and, trying to think, what's the next story beat? Like the detective. Like we're in the final, like, few bits. I'm thinking. But yeah, that is it for today. Tomorrow, we'll see how far we get in this. I feel like we're, like, right on the... No, we'll still have at least one more stream, at the very least. Because those fucking man-bat fights are a pain in the ass. And today, I was sucking so bad. Like, trying to aim my guns was so terrible for me today. I don't know why. Today's, like, the first day where it's like, wow, Jason feels really bad today. I think it's because I'm not really focused. Like, this whole past week, I've been, like, so out of it. But, hopefully tomorrow we get back into it. We'll see how far we get. We'll probably be streaming this next weekend as well. At the very least, one of the days, if not both of the days. And, like I said, then we'll do a playthrough of Sifu and see how that goes. And then we'll, see what our next big things that we're going to do are for the weekend. Yeah. Oh yeah, that does make sense because he's mainly like, you know, guns and range and stuff for Man-Bat. But yeah, that is it for day 1341 of streaming in a row. Tomorrow, some more Gotham Knights, and then on Monday, Honkai Star Rail. Tuesday is Genshin, because Honkai Star Rail is going to be getting their update. Supposed to be on Tuesday. So yeah, and we may be doing Genshin on Thursday as well. So we might go back to doing two days for Genshin, just for next week. And yeah, honestly, I've been really losing momentum in Genshin Impact. Like, I've been playing that game for 4 years. And it's just, I used to be perfectly fine doing all the side quest stuff and all that, but now it just feels like if it's not like the big event happening, or if it's not the main story or a main character story, I'm just not really interested in streaming that content. Just because, like, I've just kind of grown bored of a lot of the, like, background characters, because it's like their stuff is never really super interesting, unfortunately, to me. I always find it very boring, like 99% of the time. So, Genshin is definitely on the back burner, and it's not looking well for us. I will continue. We are definitely going to be doing main story beats as well as big events 100% of the time in Genshin. But other than that, I'm thinking about maybe pulling it back to literally just doing the big story events and the big, like, events, like seasonal event stuff. But then other than that, maybe not streaming it every single day. I mean, every single week. And maybe Zoneless End Zero will replace that, and we'll start doing that a lot more frequently. But yeah, that's kind of what I'm thinking with that. Just because, like, even the current arc we're doing right now, Underwater, is interesting. Like, it's always visually interesting, but story-wise, I'm just kind of like, with it. Like, I'm not super invested in it, and that's definitely been becoming more and more prevalent, especially since, like, the main story slows down, where it's like, here's a big chunk of main story, we'll see you next year for another big chunk of main story. Before, when it was like every few updates, it was big chunks of main story. So I don't know. I'm just kind of, I don't know. Maybe it's just burnout. It could be that, because like I said, I've been playing it for 4 years pretty consistently. So maybe taking a break from it fully will help revitalize a bit. But yeah, that might be coming along. The pipeline is changes to our schedule. I mean, obviously, like I said, we're going to be playing Honkai Star Rail pretty consistently until we fully catch up with the main story, which I think we're pretty close on. I don't think they have much more after the dream world that we're in. So that will also become a lot more character stories and main story specific. Because, like, I really like the main story in that game, so we're definitely going to stream that. But I might narrow it down to only streaming it when there is new main story content. So our weekdays might be opening up a whole hell of a lot by cutting back on both Genshin and Honkai Star Rail eventually, once those start petering out. But right now, we still have some new content in Genshin that we still need to explore, some new character stories that we still need to do, actually some old character stories that we still need to do as well. But once we finish up all of that, yeah, probably gonna pull back on it. Anyways, I've been rambling. I've been rambling all fucking stream. That's why we got nothing done today. Awesome. But yeah, that is it for today. Tomorrow, some more Red Hood. Monday, Honkai, and then Genshin Tuesday. Thank you, everyone, for coming out and hanging out. Really appreciate it. Like always, links down below for my Twitter, where I tweet out every day when I'm online and when I'm playing, as well as links over to my YouTube channel, where all my VODs are uploaded and archived over there. And I will see you all tomorrow with some more Gotham Knights. See ya.